Peter Griffin, the bumbling patriarch of Family Guy, has a knack for turning financial opportunities into catastrophic disasters. His reckless spending, driven by impulsiveness, ignorance, or a desperate need to impress, repeatedly jeopardizes his family's stability. Let's uncover his reckless spending. In Peter Caviar Eater, the Griffins' lives take a dramatic turn when Lois's wealthy Aunt Margarita arrives at their modest Quahog home. Her visit is comically brief. She drops dead almost immediately.
Welcome. Aunt Marguerite! Lois! Oh my God!
Her funeral, the Griffins learn she's left them her lavish Cherrywood manor.
Peter, we have to meet with Aunt Marguerite's lawyer tomorrow. She left us something in her will.
Holy crap! Oh, you sweet old broad, I love you!
Peter, envisioning a life of luxury, sells their house without hesitation and moves the family into the mansion.
Simple, I sold our house in Quahog.
You sold our home?
Surprise!
Peter, how could you?
However, he fails to check the astronomical tax bill tied to the property, a costly oversight.
Come on, Lois, you're gonna love living in Newport. Sure, this house is big, but it's also very intimate. Intimate.
Life among the elite proves challenging for Peter, who struggles to blend in with the refined upper-crust society.
Peter, maybe this isn't the place for that.
Hey, hang on, Lois, hang on. So the guy takes the dog into the vet, and the freaking vet tells him, get this, it's not a dog, it's a rat.
His first public appearance ends in humiliation as his crude behavior clashes with their polished manners. Determined not to embarrass Lois again, Peter turns to Brian for a crash course in etiquette before attending a historical society auction.
Okay, Peter, I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to shock therapy, but your progress has been... Well, who are we kidding? You haven't made any progress.
Brian's lessons transform Peter into a passable gentleman, but his newfound confidence leads to disaster.
Peter, you're simply enchanting. You must join us tomorrow for a game of baccarat.
Right. Baccarat hatchet.
Caught up in the bidding frenzy, Peter aims to impress the crowd by offering a staggering $200,000 for an item, far surpassing the $201,000 needed to win.
$200,000.
The vessel goes to...
$100 million.
Mr. Peter Griffin for an astonishing $100 million.
The room erupts in awe, but back home, reality hits. Peter has no way to pay.
Oh, Brian, I'm screwed. If I welch on that debt, I'm just gonna prove to everyone that I'm not good enough for Lois. If only I had something worth that much money.
In a stroke of luck, the Historical Society accepts the mansion as payment, sparing the Griffins from ruin.
My mansion is historical, all right. Sherrywood was America's first presidential whorehouse. See, there's Lincoln, Grant, Robert E. Lee.
Those are fake.
Oh, they're real.
This episode is a cautionary tale about chasing status without understanding the financial strings attached. In lottery fever, the Griffins are drowning in bills, and Peter and Lois's arguments over money grow heated.
Peter, you're not getting money for that or anything else. We're running seriously low on cash right now. In fact, I may have to get my own full-time job.
When a news report announces a record-breaking $150 million lottery jackpot, Peter sees a golden opportunity to solve their problems.
There you go, Lois. That's the answer right there. We'll just win the lottery. In fact, I'm gonna go buy my winning ticket right now.
He makes a reckless move, mortgaging their house for a second time to purchase 200,000 lottery tickets.
Oh my God, Peter, there are thousands of lottery tickets here. Where did you get the money for all these?
Simple. I took out a second mortgage on a house.
What?
The family huddles around the TV on announcement day, nerves frayed, knowing their home is on the line.
All right, kids, we got 200,000 lottery tickets we gotta check. All right, how do you want to do this? A static shot of the house where night turns into day, or a montage song that over-explains what we're doing?
That second one.
After hours of checking tickets, they find the winner and their lives transform overnight.
Oh my God! We won!
What?
Let me see that. Yes, we won the lottery!
Cash literally piles up in their living room, but Lois's pleas for restraint fall on deaf ears.
You sure it was such a good idea to cash that lottery check? It seems foolish to have all this money lying around.
Oh, you'd rather have it down at the bank where the Jewish guys can leer at it? Yeah!
Peter goes on a spending spree of epic proportions, showering friends with cash, buying rounds for the bar, and hiring a singer to deliver his drink.
La 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 la. Ho 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 ho! Ho 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 ho!
Purchases grow increasingly absurd, a gold tuxedo to flaunt his wealth.
Peter, my God, what the hell are you wearing? wearing?
It's a solid gold tuxedo, Lois. I had to fight 3 rappers down at the nonsense store for this.
A helicopter ride for a lobster and another for a bucket of caviar.
Prepare a bucket of your finest caviar and then give it a helicopter tour of the city.
Very good, sir.
Very good indeed. I hope it enjoys it as much as that Maine lobster I ordered.
And over there is the Rhode Island State House.
The family's lavish lifestyle peaks at an extravagant restaurant only to crash when they're informed their fortune is gone.
Hello, Schnazenstein. This is Peter Griffin. There seems to be some issue with our credit. I told Carstairs you'd set everything straight. What do you mean I'm broke? What about all that money I sent to the Cayman Islands?
Peter's unchecked spending bankrupts them, proving that even a massive windfall can vanish without discipline.
House is being repossessed for failure to make payment.
Oh my God, the house too? Hello?
Did you blow all your money yet?
Yes, Daddy.
Ah, I knew you'd blow all your money. Love you. Bye.
The Griffins return to square one, their dreams shattered by Peter's inability to manage wealth responsibly.
Peter, we can't live like this.
Well, what are we supposed to do, Lois? Everything we had is gone.
This episode underscores the importance of planning and restraint, as sudden riches can disappear as quickly as they arrive. In 8 Simple Rules for Buying My Teenage Daughter, Peter's ignorance of credit leads to a moral and financial low point. During a date night with Lois, Peter stops at a pharmacy but forgets his wallet. To his surprise, the pharmacist Mort allows him to put the purchase on a tab.
All right then, $12.43.
Besides, I forgot my wallet.
Well, that's okay. I'll just open up a tab.
Confused but delighted, Peter assumes this means free money.
Wait a minute, what the hell's a tab? Does that mean I don't gotta pay?
Well, not right now, but...
Ah, sweet!
He returns days later, gleefully adding 8 boxes of emetics. Not for medical needs, but for a disgusting prank with Chris, Brian, and Stu.
Ooh, one down. I know somebody who won't be having an...
I'm starting to feel funny.
Well, I feel fine. I guess I'm gonna...
To Peter, the tab feels like a bottomless well of cash, but reality hits when Mort demands payment at month's end.
Give me a carton.
Peter, it's the end of the month, and I'm calling your tab.
The bill, a staggering $34,000. Peter, blindsided and broke, scrambles for a solution.
You owe me $34,000.
What? Oh, man, how am I gonna come up with that kind of money?
Peter, I'm waiting.
Noticing Mort's son has a crush on Meg, he makes a reprehensible deed, handing over his daughter to clear the
What if I sold you my daughter?
Huh?
You drop the tab, and your son can have Meg.
debt. This shocking act cements Peter's status as a deplorable dad, as his failure to grasp credit's consequences burdens Meg with the fallout. When hell comes to Quahog, Peter's impulsiveness crushes Meg's hard-earned dream. Frustrated by a reliance on others for rides, Meg makes a compelling case for needing a car.
Dad, wait! You forgot me again!
You need a lift? Oop, didn't answer me quick enough.
Friends left me at the roller rink. You know, this wouldn't have happened if I had my own car.
Surprisingly, Peter and Lois agree, promising to buy one within her budget.
You know, Peter, maybe Meg having her own car isn't such a bad idea.
Yeah, I guess so.
What? I have been trying to get a sewing machine for months, but she gets a freaking car just like that?
At the dealership, Meg finds a reliable sedan, practical, safe, and perfect for her needs.
This is a 1996 sedan. Excellent gas mileage, airbags, and AM/FM cassette.
I love it! Dad, this is the car.
But Peter, easily distracted, spots a tank used for promotional stunts.
Old tank I use for those commercials where I declare war on high prices. Now, about that sedan.
Hang on there, Slick. Now I see your game.
Ignoring Brian's protests and Meg's wishes, he insists on buying the tank with Meg's saving.
Okay, Lois, you can open your eyes.
Bocce balls!
I bought a tank!
Are you out of your mind?
Peter's joyride through Quahog turns destructive as he demolishes property with the war machine.
What the hell? No, 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 no!
When Meg tries driving it, she loses control, accidentally running over Joe Swanson and seriously injuring him.
Oh, great, it's here. That mirror I bought on eBay. Oh my God!
Joe, my God, what happened?
You just ran over me, you bastard!
Enraged, Joe confiscates the tank, leaving Meg without a car or her money.
Well, I don't care, because you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a job and buy a real car.
Peter's selfish splurge robs his daughter of her independence, highlighting how thoughtless spending can harm those closest to her. Meg's heartbreak serves as a reminder to prioritize others' needs over fleeting whims, especially when their resources are at stake. Death has a shadow. Peter's dishonesty amplifies his financial recklessness. After ignoring Lois's plea to stay sober at a bachelor party.
Oh, man, my kid must have taped over this for history class.
The statue
Statue of Liberty?
Peter gets blackout drunk and falls asleep at his toy safety job.
Peter!
What the?
Are you sleeping on the job?
No, there's a bug in my eye and I'm trying to suffocate him.
His negligence allows dangerous toys to reach stores, leading to a news expose and his immediate firing by Mr. Weed. Too ashamed to tell Lois, Peter lies about his unemployment, while Brian suggests applying for welfare.
Okay.
I feel great. I haven't got a job in the world.
When the first check arrives, Peter expects a modest sum, but is stunned to find a massive amount due to a clerical error.
Hey, who would have thought getting drunk at a stag party would get me $150,000 a week from the government?
This is why I don't vote.
Hey, maybe somebody down there was drinking too, huh?
Instead of reporting the mistake, he embarks on a spending spree, renting the statue of David, hiring a court jester for Lois, and building a moat around their house.
Peter, what's the big surprise?
Lois, you know how I always said you should be treated like a queen? Well, I got you your own jester. Hey guys, good to be here in New England.
He even funds lip injections for Meg, fulfilling her misguided wish.
Oh, my collagen is wearing off. Well, honey, sagging lips are just nature's way of telling you shouldn't have covered for your father's lie.
The charade unravels when Lois receives another erroneous check, forcing Peter to confess.
Just like the Kennedys.
You know, I feel like I don't even know you anymore, Peter. The man I married would never think he could fix a problem just by spending money.
In a grandiose bid to make amends, he rents a blimp and scatters the money over a Super Bowl crowd, sparking chaos.
The crowd is storming the field. This is pandemonium. Have you ever seen anything like this, Pat?
Security apprehends him, and in court, Peter faces a 2-year prison sentence for fraud.
Ah, boy, I really let Lois down this time. You think she'll wait for me?
Oh, come on. If every woman dumped her husband just for crashing a blimp into the Super Bowl, no one would be married.
Yeah, you're right.
Lois's heartfelt plea convinces the judge to show leniency, but the episode warns that spending unearned money, especially through deceit, carries severe consequences.
Oh, hell, you've learned your lesson, right? Yeah. All right, you're off the hook. Oh, wow. Can you give me my job back? No. Yes. All right.
In reality, such fraud would land someone in jail with hefty restitution, making Peter's escapade a stark lesson in financial integrity. In the episode, "And the Wiener Is," Peter thought a big purchase would fix everything. Turns out, it only made things worse. The story began at the bar, where Peter proudly told the guys how he had beaten Chris at ice skating.
Nice game, Peter.
Yeah, I'm on a roll. I whipped Chris on the ice today, too.
Enjoy it while it lasts. It's only a matter of time before he beats you.
If that's your biggest flex, your life might not be going that well. Next time, he outplayed him in basketball.
What do you got? What do you got? Huh? Huh? Come on. Your mother and I are getting a divorce. You are? Yes! Yes!
With every new victory, Peter felt more confident. Life seemed stable and carefree, until they went to the sauna.
Oh my God, that's not your leg!
The discovery shattered Peter's self-esteem. He began having nightmares and started lashing out at his family.
What's wrong, honey?
I'll tell you what's wrong. I'm trying to make love to you when you're thinking about Chris.
At dinner the next day, Peter wouldn't even let Chris drink milk, fearing it would help him grow even more.
Chris, drink your milk. It'll make you big and strong.
No! No more milk for him, Lois. He's had enough. Give me that.
He grew increasingly sarcastic and rude, clearly upset about feeling inferior.
Look, Peter, you're overreacting to this Chris stuff. I mean, mine goes inside of me when I stand up. How do you think I feel?
Is Dad mad at me?
Oh, of course not, honey.
Eventually, his desperation led him to a predictable but misguided solution.
Let me out of this stink-filled corduroy dungeon!
Peter, that's sick!
It's okay. He's outside the underwear.
Peter is liking out and crossed oneer, that is Discoveroff. Even they couldn't have bigger. If he couldn't be bigger, he could at least look bigger. So Peter decided to compensate for his insecurities with an outrageous purchase. And yes, he bought a ridiculously long, phallic-shaped car. Classic overcompensation.
Hey, when you pull that thing into your garage, does the garage say, is it in yet?
But, like most of Peter's ideas, this one backfired. He wasted a ton of money, lost the car, and just moved on like nothing happened.
Ow, my pride.
Peter's attempt to solve personal issues with reckless spending mirrors real-life behavior.
Oh, this is pathetic. And all because you feel inadequate next to Chris.
Don't be stupid. I don't need to compete with my son or his freakishly large penis.
That brings us to a fish out of water where Peter's reckless investment nearly left his family homeless. It all started when the factory Peter worked at shut down. He became unemployed and spent too much time doing nothing.
Ah, yeah, that feels good.
Chris, don't forget to mist under his chins.
Lois, clearly fed up, made him take the dog for a walk. Peter quips sarcastically, "I wouldn't exactly call it a walk." During that walk with Brian, Peter saw some fishermen working and was instantly inspired. He decided to become a fisherman himself.
Everybody, I have an announcement. I am gonna drop this weight and rejoin the workforce. I have decided to become a professional fisherman.
What?
And how did he begin this new career? By heading to a police auction and impulsively buying a boat for $50,000.
Sold for $25,000.
Yes! Oh, crap.
Thanks.
And now the actual boat itself. Do I have an opening bid for the boat?
$50,000!
Sold for $50,000.
Good for you, Peter.
That's right, without having the money, Peter just bought a boat. Now desperate, he found a bank willing to lend him the cash. Without reading the fine print, Peter took out a loan against their house.
Sign this. Here you go. Good luck.
He had no real understanding of the terms, and the bank wasted no time taking ownership. While Peter was out fishing, the house was sold out from under it.
And according to this, if you don't pay them within 48 hours, they get the house too.
Oh boy, I get to go live at the bank!
Ironically, Peter was saved at the last minute. On his final day fishing, he caught the elusive killer fish and won a $50,000 prize, just enough to cover the loan.
And now I'm gonna give you $50,000 to be on your way.
$50,000? For what?
To keep your mouth shut.
This episode highlights the dangers of impulse purchases, risky loans, and not reading contracts. In real life, this kind of behavior would have resulted in financial ruin. Planning and strategy are crucial, especially when your house is on the line. A similar mess happened in Call Girl. Peter's new hobby almost pushed his family into financial crisis. Again, it all started innocently when Chris brought home a birdhouse.
I'm fond of the series, and I wanted the local birds to be aware of that.
Well, I'll be on the lookout for great tits.
Peter!
Well, actually, Lois, that's a species of bird that's known to frequent domestic birdhouses.
He and Peter had been bonding over birds lately, so they hung it up together. Unexpectedly wholesome for Family Guy.
Dad, look!
You built a great birdhouse, son.
But they didn't get to enjoy the birds for long. A falcon swooped in and ate them all.
No! What just happened? What was that thing?
I don't know. Some kind of super bird. Or maybe an average bird who bought a Bowflex.
Well, that super bird ruined everything!
Peter, oddly inspired, became obsessed with falconry. He immediately bought a falcon with the family's last bit of money.
I'm a falconer now.
And yet for Christmas, I got a wrapped scrambled egg.
Lois was furious and warned him it was dangerous, but Peter ignored her and dove headfirst into his new persona.
Peter, what the hell?
For Xerxes, every meal is a pageant.
Things escalated quickly. The falcon named Xerxes attacked Quagmire, stripped him naked, and scared off his pet.
What does Xerxes eat?
Rodents. Now, if you'll excuse me.
What the hell? Peter, make him stop!
Hey, what do you got going on down there, Quagmire?
Glenn, is that a rat in your pants, or are you just happy to see Peter? The chaos didn't stop there. The bird continued terrorizing the neighborhood until it finally attacked a motorcyclist.
You're gonna love the park, Xerxes. I think you know what I want.
That incident got Peter sued, and both the motorcycle and Xerxes were confiscated.
That man is very, very Jewish, and is suing you for everything you've got, including the falcon.
No, not Xerxes!
Left with a mountain of legal trouble, Peter and Lois faced yet another financial disaster. Lois had to take a job just to keep the family afloat.
Damn it, Peter. I'm probably gonna have to get a job.
Oh, thank God. Thought I was gonna have to go back to being on Live with Kelly and Peter.
But once again, Peter's selfish hobby endangered everyone around him. In real life, when one person acts irresponsibly, the whole family suffers. It's a reminder that financial decisions, especially in tough times, need to be made carefully and with everyone in mind. And just when you think he's learned something, Saturated Fat Guy shows Peter making the same mistake all over again. Began with the documentary Lois brought home about America's obsession with processed foods.
Hi, I'm Matt Lauer's cousin, Stephen McCormick. Our moms are sisters. America is gorging itself on processed food, creating an obesity epidemic.
Lois was so moved by it that she overhauled the family's diet. No more junk food.
What's this stuff that looks like sand?
It's quinoa.
Nope, I don't need foods that sound like karate words.
Well, according to Food Kills, quinoa is a superfood. It's very nutritious, and it even helps keep you regular.
Peter, naturally, was miserable. He even tried sneaking snacks at night, but Lois was always one step ahead.
I'm going downstairs to find something good to eat, and then I'm gonna fall asleep watching transvaginal mesh lawsuit commercials.
There's nothing.
Thank you, son.
In a moment of desperation, Peter drove to a 24-hour store, bought everything in sight, and started making the greasiest sandwich imaginable.
Oh, yeah. Peanut butter cup Dorito sausage car panini. And let's crack a Cadbury egg over the whole thing. Just gonna use my spare glove compartment underwear as a napkin. I can't believe Randy Quaid gets to eat like this every day.
At this point, his heart is probably writing its will. But Peter wasn't alone. Other men in Quahog were also craving unhealthy food.
Whatever you've got in there smells incredible.
Man, my wife won't let me eat any of that stuff. Tell you what, I'll give you $10 for that thing.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
They started paying Peter to make them his signature sandwiches. Smelling opportunity and bacon, Peter dove in.
Right. Hey, maybe I could turn this into a business. You know, selling sandwiches from a car. Wonder how much I could make.
He bought a food truck, supplies, and started a business, all without thinking it through.
What are you even selling?
First of all, believe it, baby. Second, mostly hamburgers where the buns is jelly donuts, and drinks where hot dogs is the straws.
His food truck became wildly popular, but it put him at odds with Lois and the family's health goals. When Lois kicked him out of the house, Peter just moved into the truck.
That'll be $16.
$16? That's expensive.
Yes, sir. Everything's very expensive because you're paying for it on an iPad. Now, if you'll just select a gratuity, options are 60%, 90%, and 200%.
From suburban dad to fast food goblin, things spiraled. He ate nothing but his own greasy creations and became so obese he couldn't fit through the truck door.
Damn it! I can't fit through the door! I'm stuck in the truck!
What? What are you talking about?
I knew this would happen. You're too fat to get out.
Eventually, a crane had to lift him out. The truck was destroyed and his health took a nosedive. At least this time, he didn't take out a mortgage.
Nobody look! This is a private, gross matter.
Mr. Griffin, is this performance art or some sort of political statement?
Peter tried to turn his cravings into profit, but without a plan, responsibility, or self-control, it all crumbled.
I'm a big tub of lard, and you have every reason to be ashamed of me.
Ashamed of you? Is that really what you think?
Well, yeah, you kept saying how overweight I am.
In real life, balancing indulgence and budgeting is crucial. Otherwise, you'll pay the price, in more ways than one. Which brings us full circle to old world harm. Once again, Peter's reckless spending nearly ruined everything. This time, he and Lois had finally saved up for a long overdue couple's vacation.
We're going on a trip, Peter.
But while they were planning the trip, Peter got distracted by a TV show called Jetpack Lawyer. Immediately obsessed, he became convinced that owning a jetpack would make his life better. So, naturally, he spent all their vacation money trying to build one.
180. Very good. Now let's get your height. All right, so you're 7'6", 180.
Since real jetpacks are hard to come by, Peter decided to build his own, using leaf blowers, fireworks, and even falcons.
You know that wearing a jetpack doesn't make you a lawyer, right?
Objection! Not supporting my dream of becoming a sky attorney.
Withdrawn.
Hey, I saw a thing, and now I want to do the thing.
His friends cheered him on, but honestly, I think they just enjoy watching him suffer. The launch attempt in the backyard was a disaster. He broke windows, destroyed furniture, and crashed his car. Though unharmed, Peter had turned their home into a war zone, and Lois was livid. The worst part? He never even asked before spending all their vacation money.
Oh crap, there's one of them Chinese balloons!
Excuse me, I'm Japanese.
Oh my God, I am so sorry. Please excuse my ignorance.
Thankfully, Joe stepped in and offered a solution. His mom had a vacant house in Florida where Peter and Lois could stay. How convenient.
I can't believe you took me to a retirement community.
Come on, it's not so bad.
In real life, Peter would have ended up in the hospital, and the cost of his stunt would be far more than just lost vacation money. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you guys in the next video.